What's up, everyone? This is Zach on the Abide by Reality YouTube channel, and today I'll be doing another video on the series My Thoughts. Basically, just like it sounds, my thoughts on different situations and topics. And I got a good reception on my Aaron Rodgers video, and I thank you guys for watching, and that means a lot. And this video is going to be on more of a serious topic, a topic that I can relate to in a way. And this is a pretty controversial topic, so let's get right into it. You probably have heard this already, but if you haven't, American gymnast Simone Biles withdrew from the Tokyo Olympics, and that's been the biggest news the past couple of days. And she withdrew due to a condition called the twisties. And I was unfamiliar with this term. And just to let you know, the twisties is basically the inability to land on your feet like a cat, like having cat like reflexes. You know how whenever they jump in the air, like from like the vault onto the mat, and they land on their feet like perfectly. That's pretty much what it is. And she's had problems doing that. And even whenever she was in the competition, whenever she was practicing, you could see that she was mad at herself, where she could you could tell she was having trouble performing her jumps. And afterwards, of course, that's whenever she withdrew. And she had a couple quotes that I wanted to go over. She, quote unquote, she said, her mind and body are simply not in sync. Another one is, I don't think you realize how dangerous this is on hard competitive surface. And I actually saw a video of her afterwards, after she withdrew, and she was training and practicing in a gym in Tokyo, like in one of their facilities, and she was jumping onto the mat, and she kept on falling on her back, or she wasn't falling properly on her feet. And yeah, it looks just, she doesn't look like herself. That's basically what it is. And you could see that she could probably be going through a mental block, which she's stated. Um, and she also said, quote, it randomly started happening after prelims competition the very next morning. I was curious to see what people on Twitter had to say, and wow, I really wasn't disappointed on how crazy and how polarizing the comments were. Of course, you had your share of people like Nasia Lukin and other gymnasts supporting Simone Biles in her withdrawal, and basically commending her on her decision not to go through. And people were saying that it's not worth, if you're having a mental block like this and you're trying to compete in something as physical and demanding as this, it could result in an injury. And that's what I've seen a lot of people defending her. And you see on ESPN and the Bleacher Report Twitter accounts just commending her on her decision, calling her a hero, and giving her praise. And a lot of athletes are doing that, and they're even, even, it's amazing. Even Aubrey Huff, the very right wing and very controversial former baseball player, even, I wouldn't say commend her, but even said, hey, I know what she's going through as a professional athlete, which was puzzling because I didn't think he would. But of course, on the other hand, you had your side just calling her a quitter and just saying that she quit on her country, that she took away someone else's, spot to compete, and just going in on her. And it was just crazy because you see that in mostly like every, even like in the ESPN and Bleacher Report comment sections of these people just going in. Are these people trolls? Most likely, but there's some people who just you could tell maybe they haven't experienced going through like depression, which I could see like she hasn't said outright she was going through depression, or she probably has. But yeah, like these people probably don't know. They haven't really been through depression, and they're just making these comments, and it's just like I said, man, the comments I've seen are just crazy. Just go look in any comment section that mentions her, and it's just like insane what people like are saying. Now is a part of the video where I give my thoughts on this situation. And like I said at the beginning of the video, this problem that Simone is going through, which is probably mentally and with depression and probably with a little bit of anxiety, I can relate to. I don't think people, in the most part, who've never experienced depression and or anxiety get like how severe it can be, how it can really get to you. And even whenever I was making videos, whenever I did like card opening videos, there was sometimes where I wasn't feeling it, where I felt like I was forcing to do it, and it wasn't the best content I could make. And I would just be in bed and just not feeling up to it. And this doesn't even compare to how like gymnasts or even athletes in general with depression have to do, because they have to get out of bed and compete like on the highest level. I mean, for the Olympics, that's insane. And with people just talking, out of their ass, like saying, oh, she quit on her country and stuff. And I could see, yeah, she did quit, but I think she quit for the right reasons. Because if it's someone's like loved one, like the people who are criticizing, like if they went out and competed in something and they weren't in the right mind and they like injured themselves, that person who was talking all that shit about Simone Biles, they would be the first ones to be like, oh, like, are you okay? Like, you shouldn't have competed if you weren't mentally well. And it's like Simone Biles, like, I'm not saying like you have to give her a pass, but you just have to understand like what she might be going through. Because, like I said, if she kept on competing and like if she wasn't in her right mind, she could have like maybe like torn her leg up or just got injured or like snapped her neck. And it's like, you don't want to see that. Like, as another human being, you don't want to see another human being do that, even if you don't like them or if you don't agree with their political opinion or anything. You don't want to see that. So, and I know people, personally, and I didn't even know that they had like depression or, just thoughts of, things that hamper their performance, like if it comes to work or like sports or anything. Like, I know like close people, they have these problems, and you want the best for them. But not to really play devil's advocate, but I think like ESPN and Bleacher Report sort of like glorifying like just like Simone Biles, just like the nonstop praise and stuff. I think it's getting like it's making the whole like stigma of like Simone Biles, like withdrawing, like worse. Like, it's putting more of a target on her back where it doesn't need to be. And that's what I like disagree with, is like ESPN and like Bleacher Report and these big, accounts, even people like just, it's okay to commend Simone Biles. I'm not saying that, but just, I think Simone Biles wants everything to simmer down and just let her be at peace with her decision, and just, respect it, and my thoughts on it is I do respect her decision. I think she made the smart and right decision. And she doesn't, it really doesn't matter what like her haters have to say. And yeah, she's done enough, so. And I'm recording this actually after the video, and I also wanted to bring up another point on my thoughts. um yeah, depression, like I said, if people don't know, if they've never had depression, it's basically like it comes in different forms. And the depression I've had was whenever it comes in waves. So it's like one day you could be perfectly fine, everything could be going well, but like the next flip of the switch, or even the next day, even if you have loved ones around you, you can just feel like a wave like in your mind of just not feeling the best or just going through a mental block. And like I said, everything could be going well, but it's just that switch turns on and you're just not feeling it. And I could see that happening with Simone, that she probably felt that. And like I said, like anxiety comes in different ways, like different forms. It's not just one thing. It's not like an injury, like, there's like one type of injury, like one, like where you can like diagnose it. And that's why, I think depression and anxiety comes with a stigma because you don't know if like someone's, being truthful about it or, or faking it. And I think there's been some people who've done that, but it seems like Simone, like she's being like genuine about it. And can I tell that for sure? No, like I don't think anyone can, but this is a situation where it does make sense. So, and another point I actually wanted to make too was like saying like, oh, like she took a spot from like another gymnast like who wanted to compete. I'm pretty sure Simone wanted to compete. That's the thing. Like with like the depression coming in waves, she probably felt perfectly fine, whenever she arrived, like, at her first event. But then like she said, like even like in the quote, like she was ready, but the next morning it just she went into that mental block. So that's what I just wanted to add in the video. Yeah, and that looks like that's the video. I don't think there's anything more I need to add. I think I said what needed to be said. But anyways, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on the situation because I know this is a very controversial and intriguing topic that's been going on. But let me know what you want me to talk about for the next My Thoughts video. Anyways, you have a good one.